Thank you so much for staying with us. It's still a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday edition right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, on Tuesday, we like to bring you some health conversations. And today, returning, we have Oluwakemi Jeje. Now, she's a wellness expert and social change maker who has transitioned from a successful corporate career to found Whole Eats Africa, a wellness food formulation organization bridging the wellness gap with whole food solutions. Now today, we're having a very important conversation. Some will say sleep is for the weak, but I disagree, right? Today we're going to be talking about the importance of good sleep. Now, sleeping patterns and how they affect our health. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing today?
I'm happy to be here. I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you.
For having
Okay,
me.
so now, were you ever once of the opinion that sleep is for the weak? Ever?
Not the opinion. I did live as though.
Ooh,
yeah, but of course I knew. I've always known that sleep is very important. But,
all right.
you know, in real life.
In real life, with everything that's happening, who has time to be sleeping? All right, so now at what points did you change that and decide, you know what, no, sleep is important and not even just sleep, good sleep.
Deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
Yeah. Well, at what point did I change? I try to balance it.
Yeah.
I try to get enough sleep. And I'm sure, like myself, there are a lot of people that are nocturnal, like you work better at night. And
true.
For me, my brain comes alive once it's dark, 11 p.m. And so that's a problem. So a number of times I try to force myself to go to sleep early so that I can get the early deep sleep.
Okay.
Because, you know, there's a sleep cycle. And so if you go to sleep at 1 a.m. and you wake up at 9 a.m., it's not the same thing like you go to sleep at 10 p.m. Yes, and wake up. No, it's not the same thing. So deep sleep really occurs between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m.
So it's about the timing. It's not even about you and your body or anything.
It's about the timing.
Okay.
That's a factor. The length is also important because there's a full sleep cycle that is about 3 hours, and you need to go into that like 3 times at least, yes, or 2.5 times in your full sleep, or you're not having that deep sleep. So you can really sleep and not be rested. Have you slept before and you just still wake up
tired, exhausted, and you're wondering? Sometimes you even sleep for long, and I slept for long. What actually happened? So what happens? What exactly occurs in that deep sleep? So people actually understand why it's very important. What happens? People call it, is it REM? Is that REM sleep?
No, REM sleep is before the deep sleep.
Is before the deep sleep. Okay, fine. So can we talk about stages of sleep and then that deep sleep? What actually occurs?
So let me talk first about what happens during your deep sleep. Okay. That's when, if you're learning and you're not able to retain it, you're not sleeping deep. Especially for children, you realize that those children that are more restless, they seem to forget the things that they learn because they are not sleeping
deeply.
So that's when whatever you have learned during the day gets integrated. Your brain takes it in. It gets internalized when you fall into deep sleep. Also, your brain also renews its cells, builds up itself.
Okay.
Also, your new cells are grown during deep sleep. Your immune system is strengthened during deep sleep.
Okay.
Your energy is also renewed during deep sleep. A lot. I mean, that's just when the old nature's kitchen, as it were, one that opens up in your body and then starts to do, like all the armies go to work, like, okay, let's fix this body.
All right, amazing. I learned early enough that, sleep was actually very good in the process of healing now. Yes, and of course, and that's why, also in development as well, explains
self-growth.
Yeah, self-growth, why, babies sleep for the long period that they actually do. I remember, as you actually mentioned this right now, when I was in school, I remember when I actually was preparing for exam, something I tried to do was read before I slept. Because of a weird reason, I just realized that when I read, if I sleep immediately after, I will remember what I read. Is like somehow some of internalization actually happens
when you actually
sleep.
Yes.
So let's talk about sleep in the afternoon. Some people talk about afternoon siesta being very important.
Especially
but it's not
now
deep
because
sleep, so.
most of us are not getting the 8 hours of sleep. Some of us that try to get the 8 hours of sleep are actually not getting deep sleep.
Yeah.
So I'll say, for instance, now because I know I go to sleep late, and then my body clock wakes me up at 6:30.
Yeah,
normally.
Irrespective.
So if I had woken up at 6:30 today, I'll be late. So in my head, I have to wake up early. So I got up at 2, So I wasn't really having a day. And that happens to a lot of us. You have to be at work. So you are sleeping, but you're not resting. Right? Okay. So that's why the non-sleep, they call it non-sleep restorative practices are then critical. There's this one they call the power nap.
Yes, the power nap, exactly.
Try to power nap.
So how good? Because some people say 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yes, yes, because all of that just helps you to offset the effects of not sleeping deep. It doesn't replace it, definitely.
Replace it.
It's not the same thing. But offset some of the stress build-up that happens because now a lot of inflammation is growing in the body because there's no repair, there's no adequate repair to, offset the daily inflammations that happen. So when you do your power nap, you do your deep breathing, yes, that just shuts you down. So for instance, sometimes my mind is too active during that, but I really want to sleep. So I go into what they call, I inhale twice and then exhale once. There are different types of breathing for different
techniques,
reasons. So
all right.
yeah, different techniques. So that shuts me down most immediately and then helps me to relax.
Okay, we're actually going to go back to shutting down because I know a lot of adults struggle with that. But first, I want to ask, so is it possible to deep sleep within a short period of time?
It's a cycle.
So it's a circle. So how long? Because
about 3 hours.
3 hours.
After sleep is when you fall into deep sleep.
Okay, so 3 hours after sleep is actually when you fall into deep sleep. Amazing. So it's safe to say some people have never had deep sleep before.
Yes, some people have, like you could sleep a whole 8 hours and you just have 10 minutes of deep sleep. That's all.
Sleep. Okay, so how was the required number of time for deep sleep?
About an hour minimum.
About an hour minimum. Okay, all right, amazing.
And it's difficult to measure, so just try and go to bed early.
Yes.
And then try and shut down your mind before you sleep. That helps you fall into deep sleep.
Okay, so now let's talk about that preparing to sleep because now it's as if we don't determine whether to an extent, whether we actually get into deep sleep. So tell me, so what are you mentioned breathing techniques that actually helps you shut down. So what other things for people that actually find it difficult to actually go into sleep? Because sometimes you're lying down, you're sleeping, tossing and turning, and you can't. So tell me, what are the things we can actually actively do to
definitely keep your phone away.
Okay.
There's the red light therapy. It's not very common here yet, but put off the lights.
Put off the lights.
If you don't have access to, you can't sleep with the light on.
Away. I think you need to say that one again.
Put your phone away.
For like how long before? Because that one.
Just put it in another room so you know you're getting ready.
Is the alarm on the phone that will wake us up now?
Well, then you know you want to wake up when the time you set the alarm to put it away. If you can't, maybe somewhere far away from your bed, so you're actually detaching yourself from the temptation to check the phone again, and then some of us just sleep and the phone falls off, and that's it. That's it. That's the end of the day. And then deep breaths before. That's actually more powerful. Most powerful.
Showers help. Hot showers.
Oh yes, warm showers does help.
Showers and all of that. All right, amazing. Thank you so much because I know sleep is very important. So this conversation definitely very helpful. Thank you so much. Amazing having you here. We're having you again next week.
Yes.
All right, and we're having a very interesting conversation again. Thank you so much once again. And you guys heard, keep your phone away before sleep, right? Cool or warm showers before bed as well. Turn off the lights and just little things. Breathing exercises also help you fall into sleep quicker and easier. All right, and that's it on the health segment right here in Wake Up Nigeria. We're going on a break, and when we come back, there's still so much happening right here in Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay with us.